Hi dear fans, friends and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. On this, unfortunately, dear fans and subscribers, I'm having a sore throat. But well, it doesn't really matter because I need to speak with the same amount of excitement because yes, it was some exciting stuff that has happened today in two matches. In fact, the one match is underway right now between Hong Kong and Bangladesh. But let me talk about the upset that has happened in the qualifying tournament today with Afghanistan, Afghanistan having played very well in the sense they defeated Bangladesh in the Asia Cup and they were playing their maiden T20 World Cup. Now Nepal, as you know, they have worked hard, and even though they have worked hard and actually come to this particular tournament, and well, they have really done themselves pretty proud today, and I'm sure the whole of Nepal will be rejoicing today. And what a moment for Nepal in their maiden entry into the T20 World Cup. They would have never dreamt that they would get a victory, but today, yes, Nepal have surprised Afghanistan by winning the match by 9 runs. What a match we had. As I said, this was the first match which was played at the Zahur Ahmed Chowdhury Stadium in Chittagong. We had loads of excitement with Nepal putting on 141 for 5 and then restricting Afghanistan to 132 for 8 in their 20 overs, and Nepal winning the match by 9 runs, their first ever victory, their maiden win in the T20 World Cup. Now just talking about this is the first match, and there is a second match which is right now happening. Well, in fact, Bangladesh, I have to tell you this, that Bangladesh are already through to the Super 10, so they are the first team to actually go through to the Super 10s as far as Group A is concerned. And right now, well, Bangladesh have not done well today against Hong Kong. They probably have wanted to get to the target of 140, which in the sense they had they had to get a target of 140 and probably restrict Hong Kong. But today what they did is Bangladesh, in the quest for actually getting on to that particular target, they were all out for 108, with the Hong Kong bowlers holding sway over the Bangladeshi batting. And Hong Kong currently, it will be something that Hong Kong would be proud to get, because if Hong Kong, as you know, they upset two big teams in the T20 warm-up matches, and well, here I wouldn't say they are on the quest, but well, they definitely started off in right earnest, trying to actually go to that Bangladesh score. Now Bangladesh, as you know, the score is not a challenging one, it's only 108, and currently Hong Kong are 82 for 5 in the 16th over, so they precisely require a run-a-ball stuff right now. They require 27 runs of 27 balls, they have 5 wickets remaining, and the required run rate for Hong Kong to upset Bangladesh today is they have to go at a rate of 6 runs per over. So we are keeping an eye on that, and I will be telling you if at all anything dramatic is happening. But first, let's speak about the game between Afghanistan and Nepal. Well, Afghanistan-Nepal, the match started here at Chittagong. Afghanistan were the ones who actually won the toss, and they invited Nepal to bat. Well, for Nepal, well, they didn't have, if you look at the score, they put 141 for 5. Sagar Pun was an early victim. He was gone for 8 of 11 balls with 1-4. He hit 1-4 in his knock of 8 balls. But today they had the Kakural, the wicketkeeper batsman from Nepal, opening the batsman, and he became the first player from Nepal to score a maiden 50 in the T20 World Cup, as this was the first 50 scored by any Nepalese batsman in this T20 World Cup. And well, Kakural was the man who contributed 56 of 53 balls with 6 fours and 1 6, and he was the one who was responsible in the sense initially they also lost Mullah after Mullah cracked 22 of 13 balls with 3 fours and 1 6, and they also lost the very reliable the captain of the Nepalese team, Paras Khadka, who was out for 1, and they were 53 for 3. But then Kakural and Vesavkar joined him, and both of them now chiseled together a partnership which was very important for them. In fact, Vesavkar didn't last long. In fact, from 53 for 3, the partnership that Kakural and Vesavkar had, it yielded around 70 runs, with Kakural playing very neatly, in the sense he was playing in a very mature manner by first rotating the strike, nudging the ball, dabbing the ball, very content with singles and twos, and waiting for a very loose ball to really unwind. He was doing that pretty well, but we saw towards the end that he really upped the tempo by hitting some very good strokes, and he went on to score 56 or 53 balls with 6 fours and 1 6. Vesavkar's contribution was 37 of 32 balls with 5 fours, and in the end Nepal finishing with 141 for 5 of their 20 overs. They went at the rate of 7.05 runs per over. Now I'm just going to give an update here. I do see that Hong Kong has just lost a wicket here. It's Nizakat Khan who has been sent back to the pavilion by Mahmudullah for 12. So Hong Kong are 83 for 6. They require another 26 runs in the next 24 balls remaining. We'll come back to that as and when anything happens, as I said. So it was Nepal who actually made 141 for 3. Looking at the bowling, Shapur Zadran 4 overs no maiden 2 for 19, bowled well. Dawlat Zadran 3 overs 1 for 23. Samila Shenwari 3 overs was very costly. The Nepalese batsman definitely went after the leggy and really clouted him for 40 runs of his 3 overs. Mirwais Ashraf, as usual, very economical, on the money, 4 overs no maiden 1 for 14. Mohammad Avid, off spinner, 4 overs 1 for 25, completed his quota very well, and 2 overs for 15 for Karim Sadiq. As far as Afghanistan were concerned, well, Afghanistan did not have a good start, chasing a score of 141. They first lost the wicket of Karim Sadiq, who was bowled by Sompal Kami for 8 of 7 balls with 2 fours. The next to go was Mahmoud Shahzad, top edging one of the bowling of Mukia. Now Mukia is another bowler who is a medium pacer. He came in and he did a fine job. In fact, he picked up the man of the match today because, as you know, Mukia bowled pretty well. And he picked up 2 wickets in a pretty quick succession. In fact, he picked up the wicket of Mohammad Shahzad for 6 of 17 balls with 1 4, and then went on to pick up the wicket of Najbullah Zadran for 5. And let me tell you, that was some very good bowling from this Sompal Kami, the bowler. He bowled some very good Yorkers, and he had good figures of 4 overs 1 maiden, 32 runs and 2 wickets. And when Najbullah Zadran was out, the score was 20 for 3. And soon became 47 for 4 when Navroz Mangal was dismissed by the other left-arm spinner Shakti Gauchan for 5. And as you know, he's a very Shakti Gauchan is such a player who really does a lot of I would say he's a guy who is really pretty excited. So whenever he gets a wicket, he does a lot of stuff, as you would have seen. Shafiqullah, the other day, who played well, definitely played well. He cracked 3 fours of the bowling of Basant Regmi, the left-arm spinner, to make 36 of 32 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. But Basant Regmi was the one who took his wicket. But just talking about what really changed, some brilliant catches were taken today by the Nepalese captain Paras Khadka, who took a brilliant catch to dismiss Navroz Mangal. And then I will talk to you about it. And that was the score when the half of the Afghanistan side were back in the pavilion with the score when Mohammad Nabi, the captain, was dismissed. LBW bowled Gauchan for 1. Gauchan taking 2 wickets of the same over, and that meant they were 50 for 5. And pressure was really building on Afghanistan. But the good thing was that Asghar Stanikzai, who came lower down the order, was still there at the crease, and Samila Shenwari for company. Now both of them, what they did is they really rectified the situation by giving Afghanistan real hope to take them to 115. It was done very well with Samila Shenwari and Asghar Stanikzai. But it was everything started happening for Nepal at that time. When 115 for 7, probably Nepal would have thought that probably Afghanistan might take the game. But let me tell you, what really happened was something very good for Nepal. They required 27 runs of the it was the penultimate over. The 19th over was starting, and they required 27 runs to win the match. Samila Shenwari was there, Asghar Stanikzai was there, and hope was there for Afghanistan. But all those hopes were dashed as Paras Khadka brought off a wonderful catch in the deep of the bowling of Mukia, diving full length, and picking up a wonderful catch, and Samila Shenwari was gone for 15 of 13 balls with 1-4, and then definitely with the tailenders coming in with Mirwaiz Ashraf, the pressure was on Asghar Stanikzai. Well, Asghar Stanikzai, he definitely started off in a brilliant fashion by hitting the first 2 balls for boundaries, but then he definitely had to go down swinging. He had no other choice because with tailenders there for company, and it was all over. Nepal were absolutely ecstatic as they had the wicket of Asghar Stanikzai. Caught Malla, bowled Sompal Kami for 49 of 36 balls, 4 fours and 1 6, and they dismissed the danger man. And then the task became pretty difficult for Mirwaiz Ashraf and Dawlat Zadran to do anything, and Afghanistan were restricted by Nepal to 132 for 8 of their 20 overs, and thus the match was won by Nepal by a margin of 9 runs. This is the first time that Nepal has defeated Afghanistan in a match, and how proud they would be. And I'm sure Nepal has really proved now that they really merit a place. They have merited this place in this T20 World Cup. Not only that, now another thing for Afghanistan to think is that they have to really pull up their socks, because they know that there is another team by the name Nepal who are just lurking behind them. So it is going to be but very good to know that we are getting some hot competition as far as international cricket is concerned. Basant Regmi, so some very wonderful bowling, good batting, and from superlative fielding from the Nepalese players, actually helping them have their maiden win in the T20 World Cup. Regmi, 3 overs no maiden, 1 for 28. Sompal Kami, 4 overs 1 maiden, 2 for 32 for him. But Jitendra Mukhia was the man of the match, 4 overs no maiden, 18 runs and 3 wickets. Paras Katka, 3 overs for 14. Gauchan bowling, 3 overs no maiden, 2 for 25. 3 overs no maiden, none for 10 for Sagar Pun. Well, so that is as far. So this was an upset as far as this qualifying tournament was concerned. Probably Afghanistan would have been fancied to win, but well, it did happen. It was it was Afghanistan who actually lost to Nepal by 9 runs. Well, congratulations to Nepal, commiserations to Afghanistan. But well, as you know, Nepal and Afghanistan both are out in the sense they are not going to qualify for the T20 World Cup. They have not qualified for the Super 10 because, as I said, if Bangladesh could restrict Hong Kong, in the sense if Hong Kong had completed the target in 13 overs, then probably Nepal would have actually got an opportunity, at least a semblance of an opportunity. But Bangladesh now are the first team which are through to the Super 10s. Well, currently, let's have a look now at the match which is going on right now between Bangladesh and Hong Kong. It is looking pretty interesting. We are into the 17th over, so 17 overs have gone by. But as I said, for Hong Kong, well, it doesn't really matter. If they could upset Bangladesh, that would give them a great feeling, because they are not only upsetting host Bangladesh, but they are also making a statement here that all those warm-up matches wins were not a flash in the pan. And right now Hong Kong are 99 for 6, and well, I'm sure probably another upset is on the cards here, because even though Bangladesh are through to the Super 10s, Hong Kong would see to it that since they are playing their last match in this qualifiers, when they go home, they go with their heads high, because for any team, for any of these associate teams to come here and perform in their maiden entry into the World Cup, T20 World Cup, I think that's a great feeling. And well, I wish good luck. Hong Kong require another 10 runs with 16 balls remaining. I'll try to keep my cricket broadcast on till such time this match is over, as I'll be covering it that I'll be just giving you some commentary just to see whether Hong Kong can really cause this upset today. So let's see, the third delivery is coming up. Abdul Razak is the bowler. Abdul Razak is going to be bowling to Tanveer Afzal. So Tanveer Afzal is not out on not, but Munir Dar has done a very good job. Munir Dar, as you know, he can't bowl because of some restriction by the ICC, because he had a suspect bowling action. Well, I see Abdul Razak coming in and bowling to Tanveer Afzal, but there is no run. It is defended down the leg side by Tanveer Afzal, and Hong Kong require another 9 runs with 14 balls remaining. It should definitely be possible. They have 4 wickets in hand, and well, Bangladesh, let's see what Bangladesh do. In the meanwhile, in comes Abdul Razak bowling to Tanveer Afzal, and well, they scamper in for a leg by as the ball goes towards the short fine leg region, and Tanvir Afzal has taken off for a leg bye. Well, all the runs matter right now. So Hong Kong has now reached the magical figure of 100 for 6 in the 18th over. Another. I'm just trying to see how many balls are remaining. As we are just trying to see how many balls. Well, 15 balls are remaining right now as far as Hong Kong are concerned. And well, I see a wicket here. Abdul Razzaq has dismissed Munir Dar. Now that is a big wicket, because Munir Dar was well settled there and he was doing his job, and probably Munir Dar, Hong Kong would have thought that if Munir Dar stays there, Hong Kong would definitely secure the victory. But now there is going to be some pressure on Hong Kong, as Hong Kong are 100 for 7 in the 18th over. They're just losing the wicket of Munir Dar. It's a very important wicket. Munir Dar is gone. LBW bowled Abdul Razzaq for 36 of 27 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. He played a good hand here. And well, this is the 7th wicket. But well, is Hong Kong still going to cause that upset that we are waiting for? Are they going to upset the apple cart? 3 wickets to go, 9 runs to get of the balance. Well, they have 13 balls to go. With 13 balls, whether they can get that victory. So Hong Kong requiring 9 runs to win of the next 13 balls with 3 wickets in hand. So, well, just talking about it, as I said, Munir Dar was well settled. He had played actually a good knock, and he was looking good on 36 of 27 balls. But here he is gone, as Munir Dar is gone LBW to Abdul Razzaq for 36, and we are waiting. In the meanwhile, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see whether I can just tell you the story as to what happened as far as Bangladesh and Hong Kong were concerned. Well, Bangladesh were the ones who batted first. Let's talk about the Hong Kong bowling. The Hong Kong bowled superbly. Look at the bowling figures. Very disciplined bowling. Absolutely on the money. They didn't give anything away to the Bangladeshi batsmen, and it was some superb bowling, especially Nadeem Ahmed, the left arm spinner, bowled an excellent line, I thought, and he bowled 3.3 overs, no maiden, 21 runs on 4 wickets. What was very important was that Hong Kong Hong Kong did a good job by bowling Bangladesh out for 108. That was quite an achievement for the minnows, I would say. So Hong Kong doing a wonderful job of bowling host Bangladesh for 108. Tanvir Afzal 4 overs, no maiden, 2 for 24, bowled well. Hasib Amjad was a bit costly, 2 overs for 16. Irfan Ahmed 2 overs, no maiden, 1 for 17. Ehsan Nawaz 1 over for 10 runs. Nizakat Khan did a very good job, 4 overs, no maiden, 3 for 19. So looking at the Bangladeshi card here, for Bangladesh, well, the highest scorer was Shakib Al Hasan with 34 of 27 balls with 6 fours. Anamul Haq making 26 of 17 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. Mushfiqur Rahim, the captain, making 23 of 18 balls with 3 fours. And Nasir Hussain was not out on 14. Other than that, none of the Bangladeshi batsmen could get into double figures, and Bangladesh were all out for 108. Now, as I said, if Nepal has to actually have a close contest with Bangladesh for the spot in the Super 10s, Hong Kong had to actually score that requisite runs of 109 runs. They had to score it in 13 overs. But well, that is gone. That's the reason Bangladesh have qualified for the Super 10. But the only interest remains whether Hong Kong can cause an upset here and go with their heads high, because for a minnow team, even causing a small upset causing such a big upset like that, that would really be something. Real great stuff for them. So let us see whether they can do it. Well, they started off in a very brilliant fashion. In fact, they lost the wicket early, but let's look at Irfan Ahmed, who really went after the Bangladeshi bowlers by clouting them for 4s and 6s, and he picked up a quick fire 34 of just 28 deliveries with 3 4s and 3 6s. Other than that, Munir Dar, as I said, who played very well and did a fine job, was well settled, but unfortunately his wicket is gone. It was Shakib Al Hasan who actually brought sanity to the proceedings for Bangladesh, because the run rate at which Hong Kong were proceeding, it looked that probably Hong Kong were definitely eyeing to get that particular target in 13 overs, but that was not to be, because Shakib Al Hasan came in and derailed the plans of Hong Kong by bowling 4 overs, no maiden, 3 for 9. Al-Amin Hussain 1 for 26, Abdul Razzaq 1 for 20, Mahmudullah bowled 2 for 13, 2 wickets for 13, Farhad Reza was costly, 2 overs, none for 23. But let's go live and see what's happening. We are in the, I'm just trying to see what is the current situation as far as Bangladesh and Hong Kong is concerned. Just trying to give you the cricket update, and I'm keeping this YouTube broadcast going till such time we get to a stage like what's happening. But well, this is not good news for Hong Kong. Hong Kong, in their quest to upset Bangladesh, are losing another wicket here. We are in the 19th over, and Tanveer Afzal has been sent back to the pavilion by Sabbir Rahman. Sabbir Rahman has taken his wicket. Tanveer Afzal trying to go for a big shot here. He was trying to slog Sabbir Rahman out of the ground, and he sees his stumps has been shattered. So Tanveer Afzal gone, bowled by Sabbir Rahman for a duck. Now Hong Kong are hunted for it. Now probably one can see this match is really getting down to the wire. But for Hong Kong, as I said, if they could upset the apple cart of Bangladesh, that would be great for them. But now I would probably say that Bangladesh is going to win this match. So 8 runs to win for Hong Kong. In as many balls, they have 2 wickets remaining. 2 new batsmen at the crease. Nadeem Ahmed is on 1. Haseeb Amjad is on duck. Now Haseeb Amjad, well, the 19th over has just started. In fact, the 19th over is just going to come to an end. This was the 5th ball of the 19th over, which was bowled by Sabbir Rahman. And Haseeb Amjad is off the mark now. He has got 2 of 2 balls. Nadeem Ahmed is not out on 1. Now Hong Kong required just a 6 to win the match with 7 balls remaining. As I'm still waiting for Sabbir Rahman to go back on the top of his bowling run-up and come in and hurl the ball to the Hong Kong batsman, and the person to take strike will be Haseeb Amjad. So let's see what happens. Haseeb Amjad is on strike after taking those 2 runs. Sabbir Rahman is the bowler, and Hong Kong requiring 6 runs of 6 balls. As in comes Sabbir Rahman, bowls to Haseeb Amjad, and Haseeb Amjad has to be content to stay at the crease here, and Hong Kong have to still wait. And now we are coming into the final over of the innings. The equation for Hong Kong to cause a huge upset here in the qualifiers of the T20 World Cup is 6 runs required of 6 balls with 2 wickets remaining. Pretty interesting stuff. It is going to be very interesting to see who is the bowler. I probably think Abdul Razzaq will bowl the 4th over, trying to complete his quota. But let's wait and watch like what Bangladesh come up with. Well, it's the absolute excitement here at the cricket ground here at the Zahur Ahmed Chowdhury Stadium here in Bangladesh, because as I said, for host Bangladesh, it's a matter of pride, in the sense pride and prestige. They have to see to it that they keep away Hong Kong, and for Hong Kong this is going to be a matter of great pride if they are going to upset. And you never know, one swing here, the ball goes there, you never know, something can happen, and you know, in the end overs it gets pretty exciting. So let's wait and watch. We are still waiting to see who is going to bowl the final over of the innings. A lot of discussions going on as far as the Bangladeshi cricket team is concerned. Mushfiqur Rahim is having a word with all his teammates here, and we are still waiting to see who is the bowler who is going to be going to be bowling to the Hong Kong batsman. I reckon it should be Abdul Razzaq, because Abdul Razzaq will be completing his quota of 4 overs. But whether Bangladesh are going to probably risk a spinner at this particular stage. Yes, as I said, my gut feeling is absolutely right. Abdul Razzaq has been given the ball, and Abdul Razzaq has bowled the first delivery to Nadeem Ahmed, and Nadeem Ahmed has managed to take a single. So Haseeb Amjad will be on strike right now. Nadeem Ahmed has gone on to 2. Now the good thing for Hong Kong, they require 5 runs in the next 5 balls remaining. The match is getting as exciting as ever. There is tremendous excitement here at the Zahur Ahmed Chowdhury Stadium. The Bangladeshi public are probably hoping, they are hoping that this upset does not happen. Can Hong Kong upset Bangladesh today? We are all waiting to see that. 2 wickets, but well, it looks like Haseeb Amjad has taken a couple of runs. He has taken 2 runs of the bowling of Abdul Razzaq, and now Hong Kong are inching closer to that big upset in the qualifiers against Bangladesh. Hong Kong 106 for 8, just 3 runs away from causing the biggest upset in the T20 World Cup qualifiers here in Bangladesh. Well, can Bangladesh stop Hong Kong? Let's wait and watch. Yes, we are still waiting here. As I'm still waiting, and I'm keeping my YouTube broadcast going till such time this match ends. What tremendous excitement here at the Zahur Ahmed Chowdhury Stadium. People are just standing up. People, fingers crossed. In the meanwhile, 3rd delivery. Well, Hong Kong has leveled the scores with Bangladesh. Hong Kong are 108 for 8. They have leveled the scores. They're just one run away from making history today. If they could upset Bangladesh today, Hong Kong are 108 for 8, just one run to win the match. Hasib Amjad has taken 2 runs of a flighted delivery from Abdul Razzaq. Hong Kong have leveled the scores, and this would be their maiden win on their maiden entry into the T20 World Cup. What a feeling for them. They're playing their last match of the qualifiers. Hong Kong, who upset 2 big teams in the warm-up cap matches, where they upset Netherlands and Zimbabwe, are really almost on the verge of upset. The scores are level. So now, whether Bangladesh can stop Hong Kong in their tracks, well, it's really getting pretty interesting. Waiting for the 4th delivery from Abdul Razzaq. Hasib Amjad is on strike. Hasib Amjad is not out on 6 of 5 balls. Nadeem Ahmed is not out on 2. Yes, and what a way to get to that. Hong Kong has created the upset of the T20 World Cup here by beating Bangladesh today. They have won the match by 2 wickets on their maiden entry into the T20 World Cup. Abdul Razzaq has been sent soaring over the wickets. What a nice shot from Hasib Amjad. What a way to bring up the victory. Hasib Amjad swings Abdul Razzaq into the stands for a 6, and Hong Kong has won the match by 2 wickets. They have got a maiden entry in the T20, in the sense they got the maiden win in the T20 World Cup, and this is the upset of the tournament. Hong Kong has upset Bangladesh, the host Bangladesh Apple Cart today, by winning the match by 2 wickets. Congratulations, Hong Kong. This last delivery was absolutely done in tremendous style. This was a 6. This was it over Hong Kong, even though Bangladesh have qualified for the Super 10s. But this ball was sent soaring over the wickets, and Hong Kong has created the biggest upset of the tournament here in the T20 World Cup, and that too on their maiden entry. What a feeling for Hong Kong. Congratulations, Hong Kong, for creating a great upset. The upset of the tournament of the T20 World Cup, according to me. Well, congratulations, Hong Kong, once again. That's it. That concludes my Cricket Happening show for today. Hope you all liked it, dear fans and subscribers. Your host, Ram, will be seeing you tomorrow. But tomorrow, remember, dear fans and subscribers, we have the Titanic clash coming up between India and Pakistan in the T20 World Cup. And what a clash that is going to be. It's going to be a mouth-watering clash. It's going to be a meaty clash. And your host, Ram, will be there to talk about that particular match. Until then, it's goodbye by congratulating Hong Kong for creating the biggest upset of the T20 World Cup by defeating Bangladesh by 2 wickets. Thank you.